I want to talk about marketing because, you know, in disguise, I think you're a master marketer. I think the 7 immutable laws of marketing, it always says, never be, you know, number 3 or 4 in your category, be number 1. So you're not one of many identity layers. You're the number 1 identity layer on Solana, which is one of the greatest brand names in the world. So that makes a big difference, right? It's attention. And going back to Web2, if anybody's watching us or listening to us right now, they always say, you know, if you're not the customer, you're the product.
100%.
And meanwhile, we're giving our data away to all these companies and they're literally selling it back to us. I remember I sat down with Yatsu of Animoca Brands and he calls it digital colonialism, something that the Brits perfected, right? We roll into your country like India, we take all your resources like your cotton, then we manufacture it and we sell it back to you, literally. We take it and sell it back to you. And that's what these Web2 companies do. And we don't even know it. And so we're walking around kind of blind, kind of like a third world country that just doesn't get it. And now Web3 comes. It's an amazing opportunity, but it hasn't really been cracked yet, has it?
It has not been cracked. But in my opinion, personally, when I started to be aware of crypto before 2020, right? When it was already something, but still a very small niche, I looked at it and I was like, wow, I think the biggest use case for this technology will be data sovereignty. So ownership of data, true ownership of data, which is why tokens work, why NFTs work, right? Because you actually own the digital asset and no one can tamper with it. But we're talking about data that can be personal data as well. That can be identity data. And I thought this is huge for the internet. This is an internet revolution. Back then I was working in health tech and I was like, I need to be part of this because, you know, I was in my 20s, I'm still in my 20s. But I will have this chance once in a life that I can actually be part of a technology that will change the internet for the next probably 100 years, right? I'll be dead with when the next revolution comes, like the evolution of the internet. Like the next one, I'll be probably dead. So I need to be part of this one. And I made the decision, okay, I think we need to work in this field. And I thought data sovereignty will be the biggest factor that will drive adoption in that space. We haven't seen it until today. Because it's just such a heavy lift to bootstrap a platform that does that. But I think now we're closer than ever because we have the attention now from the masses on the sector itself. We have a lot of volume locked in DeFi platforms. We have a lot of active wallets on chain, on Ethereum, on Solana. There's a lot of activity and it's growing a lot. We have the capital that's flowing in. We have the attention of institutions. We have ETFs. We have so much attention on the sector. I think if we want to build innovative products now in that field, then we should do it now.
It's a perfect time. And the data you can get in Web3 is far superior to the data you can get in Web2. Potentially, if you look at a wallet's activity, I mean, it can tell you so much. A lot of people don't even know that when they first get into blockchain. But like, since it's a public blockchain, anybody can look at your wallet and see everything you've ever done. And so it's got a massive source of data, would be perfect for a user or a company. It's just no one's really brought it all together yet.
Yeah, not really, because at least not on the kind of consumer front, when we're talking about business models like building a targeted ad network on top of this data, right? Someone needs to make sense of this data because the sheer fact that there is a lot of on-chain data also means that there's a lot of noise, right? So you need algorithms and you need models that that are able to, you know, go through the noise, find the signal and put it in a human readable format. So we're indexing all data on Solana, which is quite a heavy lift itself. So we look back, like you give me a wallet account, I look back to the genesis of that wallet and I see everything that this wallet did, right? And then I need to put this in a human readable form. I need to know, okay, what does this number mean? He put liquidity in a liquidity pool. What does this number mean? Oh, he bought an NFT, right? How many NFTs did he buy? What's the diversity of assets this account is holding? What is the trading history on leverage trading platforms? How many times did this person get liquidated? There's so much data which is there, but you need to put it in a human readable form and make it easy for verifiers and apps to query this data, right, through a protocol and then make decisions on top of it. And if you hear that as a user, you might think, oh, it's so public, you know, like actually it's not private, which is funny because we started the conversation by saying privacy is one of the biggest USPs of crypto, but it's kind of a pseudo privacy, right? Because you are not identified who you are.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.
And Solana ID is not doing that as well, by the way. What we in crypto, we say we're not doxing people. That means we're not putting your personal identifiable information, which is your name, Brian Rose, or your passport number, which I don't know. But we don't put these things on chain. We put them nowhere really, where someone can read them out. But we make sense of the data verifiably that we have on chain, that we can see, which is kind of beautiful. That goes in the direction of the whole concept of zero knowledge proofs, where you know things about someone without knowing that someone, and you can make decisions based on that data.
Do you zero knowledge that data? So if I come in and I want to use Solana ID, I want to set up my ID, I start sharing with you some of my Web2 socials.
Yeah.
Do you have that compartmentalized?
Yes, sir.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Right? We're actually working with a company that you are aware of as well.
ZK Pass.
Which is ZK Pass.
Another one of our investments. Yeah. Great group of people.
Very good team. We'll keep kind of innovating together with them on certain fields. The next thing we're going to roll out is a mobile flow to basically create your ZK proofs of your credentials from your Twitter account, your LinkedIn account, everything you do in Web2, make a ZK proof on top of that with your mobile phone very quickly and put it in your Solana ID account. So we're going to know if you have a Twitter account, and you're also going to know how many followers you might have, or if you're above a certain threshold. We can even check your bank balance without knowing who you are and still give that verifiably true number to someone on chain, which is a nice flow because you literally have you don't need to worry about any kind of privacy implications here, because we never tell them who you are, but we tell them what you are to an extent, I would say, which is perfect. Everyone gets what they want.
Yeah, and for people that don't understand the importance of ZK, if you're kind of in the Web2 world, we hear all the time there are these data breaches. I go to websites all the time and they'll be like, oh, you better change your password because we've had a data breach. This happens to big banks. This happens to huge corporations. Yeah. So all your data is now in the hands of someone else because they didn't protect it. And so I don't like hearing that when I go to these websites. I'm like, wow, great. And but with what you're doing with ZKs, you can verify that you tick certain boxes. Yeah. It's like applying for a loan at your bank. They don't know your bank balance, but they know it's enough to get the loan. Mm-hmm. They don't know your passport number, but they know you're a citizen of the UK. And it's an incredible way forward. I'd say blockchain has really embraced ZK, and they're implementing it more.
I mean, it is a cryptographic technology. Yeah. It's been, even before blockchain were a thing, people were working on the technology behind ZK proofs because it is a cryptographic signature at the end of the day. It only works with moon math, what the people call. There's actually a big paper on this topic. Very technical, very complex. I don't comprehend it fully, but it does the job, right? Which is this kind of magic box where you put things in, it computes something, and it puts an output that is now verifiably true without knowing the inputs. Yeah, the system makes sense.
So I actually interviewed Professor Silvio Macaulay of MIT, who I think came up with zero knowledge proofs. He also runs Algorand, and I went to MIT, so we had a good chat about it. He was trying to explain to me how he came up with that stuff. But it was intense. Yeah. A lot of that cryptography that he was building in the 60s and 70s created what we have today. It's intense.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside I view is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.